Happy Friday, owners. I want to thank you so much for using Real Property Management Integrity to be your property manager. And again, we want to thank you very much for putting your trust of your investment in with Real Property Management Integrity. So today I wanted to come to you because, as usual, Governor Newsom has spoken regarding our stay emergency order and has kind of continued it on, has extended it. But what really happened today is that our legislature has been meeting for the past week and been passing a lot of bills. As of today, the biggest one that will affect us is going to be an extension on the eviction moratorium. So the bills that we were opposing and we were actively emailing and contacting the assembly people, those bills went away, which was the bill where they were going to give you tax credits for rent that wasn't collected. But instead, they passed something that I feel is very much more stringent, and we didn't have any heads up on this particular bill. So I'm going to read to you a little bit, so hope you can follow along, and then we'll send out a little email too as to what this means if your tenant is currently not paying rent, paying partial rent, or is going to be laid off here in the near future, which we have had some tenants that are being laid off and have gone through their savings, and so they've kind of given us a heads up that that's coming, which I do believe we will kind of have a second wave of tenants not able to pay their rent. So basically today, what has happened is we can no longer do a 3-day notice to pay or quit. It has been replaced with a 15-day pay or quit. Tenants are able to make partial payments, and landlords will have to accept them. So this is now the new bill is, I'm so sorry, I just had it here. It's called the COVID Tenant Relief Act of 2020. So what I've got here is that for the past due rent, which is money that was not paid to you during the COVID, during the pandemic, is going to be not cause in our eviction. So they will have full protection. Any rent missed between March 1st and August 31st will be converted to a civil debt, which means we will be going to small claims court and suing for that back rent, okay? Small claims court does have a maximum of $10,000. So now, when we hit September 1st, if they miss rent from September 1st to January 31st, they only have to pay 25% of that rent. They no longer have to pay the 100%. And if they miss that 25%, then we can go ahead and start evictions. Again, only after we give them a 15-day notice. The remaining 75% of the rent that is owed is going to be created and treated as a civil debt. Again, meaning we would have to go to small claims court for that rent. So that's going to be September 1st through January 31st. So basically, if your tenant does not pay from March 1st through January 31st, that money is what we have to go to small claims court. And small claims court, again, is only up to $10,000. So that will be definitely an issue we need to consider. Again, the 15-day notice. And why they did the 15-day notice is they gave that tenant the opportunity to say that they have a hardship because of COVID. And it gives them the 15 days that they can come to us, fill out the paperwork saying that they were COVID affected. We are no longer able to ask for proof. We are only able to ask for a letter as to why they're not paying rent. So again, we are working very hard without harassing the tenant because we've been told that there are certain ways that we are able to ask for the rent to not offend the tenant and cause any kind of lawsuits or fair housing violations to us. And so we want you to know we're fighting hard for the rent. We're here taking care of the maintenance issues. When it comes to the maintenance issues, we are really only still dealing with emergencies unless these are good tenants and they're paying, and we don't see any issue with them being COVID affected and not paying you your rent. So we're on top of it. We're having good communication with probably 95% of the tenants. And we just want to thank you guys very much. Want you to also know any vacancies, we are putting essential workers. Those are our priorities. Essential workers into your properties. That way we know that we're dealing with tenants who have solid income. We're looking at savings accounts very highly as well. So thank you all very much for your attention, and I will come to you with more information. And have a very nice Memorial. Nope, it's Labor Day. Have a great Labor Day. Thank you.